So next we got Rurouni Kenshin, episode 18, Sanosuke, and the Nishiki paintings. This was a doozy. Um, this episode starts off with kind of feeling like filler to me. I don't know how about what you felt about that, Tyler, but
Same.
yes, I was checking to make sure it wasn't. But we get Sanosuke going to buy some art for a waitress, and like that's not very Kenshin like. However, the tension got, it came together and started rising after Sano kind of like found his old friend from his past. So to start, as we've already said, Sano was asked to get some Nishiki paintings for Tay while she finishes her shift at the hot pot restaurant, and he owes it to her for all the, I can't say free food, but the large tab he has acquired. Oh, bum
Free
ass.
food.
Yeah, she said, "Nah, it's not free. We keeping track of what you eating in here, big dog." Yeah, she wasn't having any of that shit. But like right off the bat, he gets up and says, "Yeah, like I'll go do it." And like Sano's friends like really made me laugh. Like he was kind of saying like, the new mellow Sano is like really cool, great guy. But he was like thinking that the old Sano was like way cooler. Like he said, the thing that actually made me laugh was that he was like, yeah, he'd be smiling, but you could see in his eyes that he wasn't satisfied in the bottom of his heart. And it was like a fucking bomb about to go off. And I thought it was funny. Did you think that was funny? Or you just kind of let it go?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was okay, but the funny part to me was actually when Kenshin and Kairu was watching him like go to this art stand or whatever, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like I think they was trying to theorize what he was gonna buy, and I think Kenshin said something like hentai or something like that, or
Yeah, he's like exotic pictures.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Kyrie's just like, oh.
Like,
Just
bro,
very
no.
surprised.
What's wrong with you? I have a discipline. But yeah, I thought it was related. The reason it made me laugh is because like um right before I watched this episode, I was at my friend's house, and this guy used to be a fucking wild boy, like drinking, smoking, like we party in high school, like and he was just a wild boy, and like he's still one of my best friends, if not like my best friend. And like yesterday, he was like bouncing his baby on his lap, playing with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like I felt that shit. Like, I still love him. Like he's cool as fuck, but like this man used to be a dog. So the switch up is crazy. But to get back to it, like Sano kind of sees a painting of his former captain Sagara, and he starts asking questions about who the painter is, and goes out to find them. And it's his old friend, and he knew it because it was a picture of his captain, his him, and his old friend that he had when he was a kid. And we see that his name's Katsu, and we end up seeing that like, he still has a grudge from like 10 years ago. And he wants to create the Sihiko army all over again to crush the Meiji government. This was nuts because he had been building bombs for a decade and had him in his fucking floorboard. What did you think this man was like completely off his rocker, or like, is he cooking here? You know what I'm saying? Like, does he have a good plan, did you think?
Yeah, I mean, well, Sano, I don't think he really let go of it either, but I think this dude like literally took the captain's words to heart, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure, 100 bombs or, whatever he's got. Sure, that can do damage, but is it enough to overthrow a government? I don't think so. You know what I mean? So,
True.
So sure, you can probably give it a try, but I just don't think it's going to be as a grand scheme as he's thinking it's going to be. So,
Yeah, he's thinking like he can like shut down the government and like have old samurai and like Rurouni come back and like start fighting with him. Because right now it's just him.
yeah.
It's freaking nuts, man. And he's asking Sano like, will you help me? You're gonna leave me out here to dry. Like he's like, not gonna blame you for not helping me. This is a little crazy. Even he admits it, I think. But he's just so wrapped up in this cycle of vengeance. he wants for his good friends and his past comrades. It's kind of sad, honestly.
Yeah, and he seems to think that if he does succeed in this, that he'll just be given the leader.
Yeah, like he'll be doing something that Sakura told him to do. Because like we saw in that flashback that he was telling Sakura, the age of wit and creativity is coming, and Katsu took this to heart because he was physically weak as a person, so he wanted to use guns and things like that in war. And he figured, like, I can't just go fight them. I'm not Rurouni Kenshin. Like, I'm not Kenshin. I'm not that guy. I'm not Sano either. I don't have a crazy strong body. So he's planning to bomb and try to make a big brain play, but it seems pretty smooth brain to me.
Yeah, he definitely needs more people or just a smarter, like if you're gonna try to take them down by intellect, IQ or whatever, I think you need a better play, honestly.
Yeah, like
So
if he had like maybe like 40 or 50 people to like back him up, then maybe the government be like, oh shit, like they're blowing up all our shit and we got 50 people at the front door. Like maybe we should chill out. But if stuff's blowing up and I'm like, I just gotta deal with this weak ass motherfucker and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like that
yeah.
we have guns and swords. Like you're one guy, my boy.
Who can't really do shit, and that's why you got the bombs. Well, I mean, I guess he's a sharpshooter, kinda. I guess it makes him out to be so.
Yeah, that's what they were saying in the flashback. He was still shooting a tree with a bent rifle, which impressive, very impressive. I can hardly shoot doves with a straight barrel. So
And at this point, did you think that Sanosuke was going along with this or no?
I didn't because he was saying in his own mind, like, this is a crazy plan. Like, there's no way this works. So I did not think, I thought he was like completely against this. I mean, especially like when you like start talking about like the party he throws with Katsu's money he's gotten from all his paintings.
Yeah, I was like really, really, really confused when because the reuniting thing, it kind of set a different mood, and then we go to the party, you know what I mean? And
Right.
I'm just like, why is he having a party? Is if he wasn't really on board with the plan? It didn't seem like, but it turns out that he is kind of on board with it somewhat. So
Yeah, I what I thought he was doing, I thought he was throwing a party. Megumi was there. I think he was like, trying to say, look at all the friends I have, and look at what a good time we have together in like this new life, in this new era. Like everything's okay, bro. That's what I thought he was trying to do. So these can be your friends too. Like, we got some pretty ladies. We got Karu over here in the corner. Got Megumi. You know what I'm saying? Tay from the hot pot shop. I got my friends. I got Kenshin here. Like my boys are asking you about me. Like, I thought we could just gonna chop it up. That's what I would do. Like if my friend was like stuck in the past, like I would try to get him connected to like people today.
yeah, I thought that's kind of what was happening too. But we we actually find out that yeah, that's not the reason he did it. But I guess before we get into that, uh, Katsu actually meets Kenshin and he's drawing people's faces, or he's drawing people, and they want him to draw Kenshin, I believe. And he basically just draws Kenshin without a face, because he says he can't see the man behind the smile and scar, just because he's revolutionary. He's ex revolutionary soldier, right? Or samurai. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah, because he was asking him questions, like about where he was from, about what he did before he was a Rurouni. He's like, "Yeah, I was stationed, I was over in the west, side of the country." He's like, that's where the war was going on." He's like, "What were you doing over there?" Ask him a few more questions. He's like, "Okay, are you a revolutionary?" And he's like, "Yes, I am."
Yeah,
Can't you see,
Kenshin ain't gonna lie.
no, no, that's not his style. He stands on business is what they say nowadays, Tyler. um, and yeah, he was very straight with him, but then you kind of saw his whole mood change. You know, it didn't seem like he was enjoying himself too much. He was a little closed off to everybody. But when he started talking to Kenshin, you could see him like getting visibly mad and like he was still in his feelings.
Yeah, I mean, that's to be expected. You know, when Sanosuke first met Kenshin, he wanted to kill him, bro, but he wanted
Yeah.
to kill him the right way or whatever. And I think that, you know, they spoke with their actions, and Sanosuke realized that, you know, Kenshin isn't like that. He done what he had to do, and now he's on to bigger and better things. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. And I think the only reason Katsu didn't like pop off at him right then is because Kenshin was like, "Yeah, I'm ex revolutionary. Like I'm just a Rurouni, bro. Like I don't deal with politics. I don't do that." Um, but yeah, like I thought I thought this is where Sanosuke like kind of lost Katsu. That's what I was thinking at the time.
yeah, well, it turns out that that's not the where this was going the whole time. So
Yeah. So the party was actually to say thank you to everyone. The people at the hot pot shop, you know, trying to pay them back for all the food he ate and saying really just saying goodbye to everybody without actually saying goodbye. He's thinking this is the last time they're gonna see him as a free man. And I feel bad for Sanosuke because like it seems like he's loyal to a fault. He knows this plan isn't gonna work. He knows Katsu is batshit crazy, but he still wants to help him. He can't leave his brother. He takes the Seiko army very seriously, and to know one of his brothers is still out there trying to live on in the memory of Sagara, he just can't turn his back on him.
yeah, and I think it's interesting too to back that point up. The fact that he thinks that everybody's sleeping, especially Kenshin, and he's kind of like apologizing to them as well, and apologizing to Kenshin because he's like, the next time you see me, I'll probably be a fugitive, because I guess uh he doesn't have faith that this plan is gonna succeed. So
Yeah, he knows it isn't. He knows it's some dumb shit, but like I said, he's just loyal as fuck for no reason. Well, not for no reason, but like just
yeah.
too loyal. Yeah. And then from there, like, yeah, we get the final scene where it shows Sanosuke and Katsu in front of like the home ministry, the building that they're planning to attack and quote unquote take over the Meiji government. Um, so any thoughts on this? I was not expecting this. Like I said, I thought this was a bring brother to the light kind of situation instead of like goodbye and we about to go do the thing.
I did too, and I still kind of think it is, but we also see Kenshin kind of wake up. He was faking his sleep. I think we seen, and I think that Kenshin is probably gonna follow them, and is probably gonna have to fight, like knock some sense into Sanosuke. Honestly, um, and bringing back to the light. That way, Sanosuke can maybe help his friend, his brother, move on, move past, uh, what his master said, his words. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah. I see something like that happening as well, man.
yeah, I mean, well, you've seen the anime before, so.
Yeah, I'm just being very vague right now. Yeah.
But that's where I think it's going. I haven't seen it before, so I guess we'll see. I just it don't seem like this. It seems like this incident is gonna be very small. And I don't think this is gonna be a very big arc. So,
True. Yeah.
but
I agreed. Okay.